My name is Lucas Kuo, and I'm a senior analyst on the counterproliferation team at C4ADS, which is a Washington, D.C. based nonprofit that uses publicly available information and emerging technologies to map, track, and disrupt transnational illicit networks. I specialize in North Korea sanctions evasion networks with an emphasis on those operating in the maritime domain. So the maritime domain is incredibly rich with publicly available data. Beyond AIS transmissions, there are vessel ownership and management information, satellite imagery, radio frequency data, port and customs records, and so on. The biggest challenge I face is being able to distinguish between the signal and the noise. So in other words, how do I make sense of data from a variety of sources in order to generate high confidence and timely analysis? Having Windward in my toolkit has significantly reduced my time to insight across all maritime investigations because it understands and has developed solutions for the challenge of establishing a baseline for risky activity. The platform is very good at identifying and visualizing common risk indicators and events at sea, like prolonged gaps in AIS transmission, identity tampering, loitering, and ship-to-ship meetings in ways that are intuitive. So these built-in capabilities essentially eliminate the need for me to have to pour through spreadsheets and reprocess raw AIS data to arrive at the same insights that Windward by default generates for every AIS profile in the system. Instead, I can focus my time on applying my subject matter expertise and layering other data sets on top of AIS in my investigations. So because Windward's suite of analytical tools are designed around this data-driven understanding of risk, I'm able to investigate trends and typologies just as easily as vessels. For example, the search engine in Windward enables me to build complex search queries using inputs based on vessel specifications, ownership and management information, and most importantly, activities. So in other words, when I want to search for vessels that say may be engaged in ship-to-ship transfers with North Korean tankers, I can build a query that looks for all vessels or all tankers that are flying a flag of convenience whose AIS signals have disappeared for 3 days or more in the East China Sea, which is a known hotspot for North Korean illicit activity. So the flexibility of Windward's tools allows for analysts to innovate and experiment with various methodologies in order to tackle these complex questions, and helps us stay ahead of those who are always going to be looking for ways to obfuscate their activities.